This show is made possible by support from landsharks.ca. Visit them for all your coin and swag needs at www.landsharks.ca. And by viewers like you. Thank you for your donations. Elementary caching, voice caching, and Halloween caching. It's October 23rd, 2010. This is Trackfiles. Hi there and welcome to Trackfiles. I'm your host, Icenrye. Trackfiles is a podcast featuring caching news, equipment reviews, geo milestones, upcoming events, and YouTube videos. My website is trackfiles.tv. My email address is geoicenrye@icenrye.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Trackfiles, and if you're a fan of the show, make sure you sign up for the Trackfiles Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Trackfiles. So, what's new? Well, the chill is in the air, fall is definitely here. I'm still waiting for some leaves to fall on my birch trees in the backyard, so I haven't quite raked up the yard yet, but that gives me more time to go out and do some caching. And they are forecasting snow in the next week or so, so if I want to get some last minute caching in, I better get it done quick. But the really cool thing is the caching community here in Prince George has grown so much over the last few years. There's still new caches being released, and there's now a ton of caches around my house that I get to go out and find. So I'm really looking forward to it, doing some fall caching. Maybe I'll even take a camera with me and I'll record a segment for an upcoming episode of Trackfiles. But that's enough about me. What's happening in the caching world? Let's get into some caching news. So our first news article comes from WTLX.com. Leaphart Elementary School Geocaching Club. When it comes to geocaching, the hunt can be just as interesting as the find. We were like, yeah, let's go for it. This seems like a really interesting club, said 4th grader Cole Lewis. Lots of people seem interested in it. About 30 Leaphart Elementary School students have joined the school's new geocaching club. 3rd grader Cody Russell says it's a fun opportunity to get beyond school walls. I think it's really cool because we get to go around and look for stuff, she said. The students use a handheld GPS to locate specific coordinates of latitude and longitude. When you get close to the hidden cache buried by other explorers, the hunt is on. Really great article. They actually got a little video segment there, and as usual, I'll have links on my website at trackfiles.tv. So next we go across the Atlantic to Great Britain, where we hear from the BBC. Cash prize on offer at Darley Park in Derby. A geocache capsule has been planted in Darley Park by Leaphart College and Derby City Council. The small metal tube is a key ingredient in the increasingly popular pastime of geocaching. The capsule is one of several planted in places by Derby City Council to help promote Darley Park and the Derwent Valley Mills World Heritage Site. If you want to go looking for the capsules, a good starting point is the official geocaching website. So this is another great example of where we're seeing towns and cities using geocaching to promote tourism. Guys, I hope it goes well, and if I ever get over there, I'll have to go looking for some of these myself. Next, we visit with the Bright Hub website. BlackStar Geocaching Capabilities and Performance. The BlackStar Geocache utility enables Blackberry users to use their devices for all their geocaching endeavors. First off, BlackStar has the capability to pinpoint your current location in latitude and longitude, along with your altitude. In addition, this application calculates speed, direction, and the overall distance to your destination. You can enter waypoints by uploading them directly from the integrated website mentioned below, or enter them directly. As a result of these features, BlackStar is an ideal utility for geocaching. For a good roundup of other free apps you can acquire to add even more bells and whistles to your device, read Make Your BlackBerry GPS a Tracking Device. So the article goes on to explain how you can go and get the data onto your BlackBerry device through geocaching.com. Now, I'm not a BlackBerry user myself. However, if you are, and you've used this app or any other geocaching app, email me, geoicenrye@icenrye.com, and let me know how good of a device the BlackBerry is for caching. Well, that about wraps it up for news. Let's go check out a great YouTube video. So a couple episodes back, you guys might remember a video from Team Gamsey where he featured the Iowa hike and find. And it was a well done video, and I really like what this guy can do. So I checked out his YouTube page and I found another great video. This one features a cache, and I'm going to play most of the video. And there is going to be a small spoiler involved, the fact that you are going to see where the cache is hidden. However, there is a bit of a catch to getting into this particular cache. What's the catch? Watch the video and find out. Talk to Me by Team Gamsey.
I'm out here today at a botanical preserve in Anamosa, Iowa. It is located on private property. The cache owner has gotten permission to place this cache out here. And this cache is called Talk to Me. Apparently you got to say the cache owner's name into the cache in order for it to let you in. Some people have been having trouble getting into it. We'll see how I do today. Well, here we are. Here goes my first attempt.
Initiating biometric verification. Please say password.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Access denied.
Well, my first attempt didn't go so well. Trying again.
Initiating biometric verification. Please say password.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Access denied.
Well, I've tried a couple times now. People have talked about having the download of the MP3 to their phone or something, or some other MP3 player, and I have it to my phone, and we'll give it a shot here now.
Initiating biometric verification. Please say password.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Access denied.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Access denied.
Well, I guess I'm not the first. I've tried several times, and not getting anywhere even with the MP3 player.
Initiating biometric verification. Please say password.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again. Incorrect password.
SuperGoober.
Access denied.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again. Word.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
SuperGoober.
Incorrect password. Please try again.
Well, I've given up. I've tried lots of times. I've tried with the MP3 file on playing on my phone. I've tried changing my voice a bit. I don't know how long I have been out here. It's 4 o'clock. I have no idea what time I actually got out here, but I just know I've been out here for a while. Tried calling the owner. Got no response, unfortunately. You know, we do have lives outside of geocaching. So hopefully I'll be able to make it down some other time. Maybe with some speakers, or maybe able to get it and be able to get into this cache. Until then, cache on.
Interesting cache. I like to see one of those myself and see if I can get into it. I have to practice though. SuperGoober. Anyway, just to prove that you can get into the cache, I now offer up this YouTube video.
Go ahead.
Initiating biometric verification. Please say password.
SuperGoober.
Biometric Super dark identification verified. Access granted.
That is awesome.
So there you go, proof that you can get into the cache. You just might have to hook up with the cache owner. Anyway, as usual, I'll have links to these videos and the actual cache on my website at trackfiles.tv. So now we've seen some great videos, let's check out some travel plans. Let's see what's coming up in geocaching events. Upcoming geocaching events. Traditionally, when I do this show, I do events on a Saturday. However, the Sunday coming up is Halloween, October 31st. And yes, there are Halloween-themed caching events scheduled all around the world. I just have a list here. Again, check out my website, trackfiles.tv, where we'll have links to the geocaching.com event website. So first off, we start in Australia at Wibble's Weird Halloween Picnic, an event cache by Team Wibble. From there, we come back to Canada, Calgary, Alberta to be exact, and check out the Halloween Stop and Go, an event cache by Andronicus. From there, we head east to New Brunswick for the Canadian Cacher's Costume Cache, an event cache by kfdcanada. And from there, we go a little south to Maryland for the Halloween Kickoff with Pizza, an event cache by Cycle Angela. So make sure you check out these events, and if you have a Halloween cache event in your area, make sure you check it out. Just don't get too spooky. And as usual, if you have an event you'd like featured on Trackfiles, email me, geoicenrye@icenrye.com. So now that you have your travel plans out of the way, let's check out this week's Podcast Rewind. So in this week's Podcast Rewind, we start off with Cache-Maniacs, where Daryl and Dree interview coin seekers, and he tells the story how he attempted a cache from a police car. Next, we go to the Geocaching Podcast, where on this episode, they talk with Hyph A. Lutton, a blogger for the band The Travel Bugs. Next, we come up to Seattle, where we visit with the Bad Cop and his Caching in the Northwest podcast. I once was lost, but now I'm found. And finally, we visit with Head Hard Hat and Geo Snippets, where he does a tutorial on calibrating a GPS unit for geocaching. So folks, all great shows. I'll have links on my website. Make sure you check them out and subscribe to these podcasts. Well, that about wraps up this episode of Trackfiles. I hope you enjoyed. But before I go, just a couple quick notes. First off, shout out to Landsharks for the continuing sponsorship of the Trackfiles podcast. Make sure you visit them for all your coin and swag needs at landsharks.ca. I would also like to thank the financial contributors to this podcast. Guys, without your contributions, Trackfiles would not be possible. If you'd like to donate to the podcast, it's very easy. Just visit my website, trackfiles.tv, and in the right side menu bar, there are PayPal buttons where you can donate $5, $10, or any amount you'd like to subscribe. And just one other little thing, I am looking into purchasing a new microphone for the podcast that will help me with some of my field recording. And again, any contributions would be greatly appreciated. But in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another episode of the Trackfiles podcast I hope you enjoyed. So until the next episode, cache on.